Hi guys, Rich Pasini from RJPasini.com. Coming to you today to talk a little about, let me just move my webcam down here a little here. In regards to do videos, embedded videos with your eBay ads or descriptions, does it help? Yes and no. And the reason why I say yes and no is because for the simple reason is when I put content out there, when I'm putting up, let's for example, a printer, and I talk a little about it and I tell you, well, you know, this is what it needs, whether it's got damages, whether it's whether it's a defective product. Well, first of all, I wouldn't want to sell defective products, although sometimes an item that I do sell will be quote unquote perfect or good condition or working condition. And when it comes back from me from the buyer, because it wasn't properly packed, that's when it becomes for parts not working. And that's why if you look on my listings, my eBay listings, you will notice there are a couple items that are for parts not working. Number one, a printer. You'll see there's a printer, I think it's an HP one. It was a good printer, it worked, it was tested out, it worked fine. I did a video on it, talking about it. I believe that most of the printers I sell, in some cases I will buy cartridges, in some cases I leave that up to the buyer to buy. And the buyer decided at the last minute, because I offer 30-day return policy, they said at the last minute they decided they didn't want it, they want to send it back. Fine, send it back. I message them back, please, if you're going to send it back, make sure it's well packaged to ensure it doesn't get damaged, so on and so forth, yada yada yada, right? Anyway, I get it back and the thing is poorly packaged. It looks like it was just thrown in a box, no care, no concern. They don't care, they're getting their money back, you know what I'm saying? So, and they're getting the full money back, they're getting a full refund because, quote unquote, it was sold, it was defective or not as described. Punch those two that wording in there when it comes to returns. The reason why I'm making this video, folks, is I sold another printer recently, and the buyer is pretty much complaining, as far as I'm concerned, that they don't understand why they have to pay for return shipping. And the buyer writes in there, well, I don't see why I have to pay return shipping for a defective item. Look, I am so tired, and no, I'm sorry for this doesn't pertain to the good buyers out there, but I am so tired of the very small percentage of buyers out there that always make that derogative statement, and it drives me crazy. You sold me a defective item. Why would I sell you a defective item and put it on eBay or do a video on it saying it's working? I'm doing a live demo showing you that the item is working. Why would you come out indirectly and say you sold me a defective item, it doesn't work? Then that doesn't coincide with the videos I put out. That's why I do live videos, folks. That's why when you see me doing videos, and I'll tell you in the videos, this is going to be a live video. Yes, I know people can doctor things up with trick photography, and they could, cut and splice things. They could Photoshop. Look, I am not one of those people. I know people say, well, I don't know you from Adam, so I don't know if I could take your word. Fine, that's up to you. I'm an honest seller, and I don't put items on eBay to, try to make a buck, okay? I tell it like it is. And that's why when I do my videos, I show you the item I'm holding or whatever it may be. Like I'm going to be doing a video shortly on this. Okay? It's got issues, and I'm going to do a video on it. But I'm going to show you from start to finish. I'm going to say in my video, my demo video, this here is a Garmin new V50, what do you call it there? Navigation system here. And I'm going to talk a little about it, tell you the ins and outs, what's wrong with it, just to give you a little not even sneak peek, just a little preview. It does have a cracked glass here. The glass is cracked, the screen, okay, and therefore you can't navigate. It'll power on, but you can't navigate with it. So most likely, it's going to be sold for parts, not working. I mean, it powers on, but it's not technically working because you can't navigate. You can't, key it in. Unless you're a person that needs certain things, or if you're a guy that deals with small electronics, and you could take parts out of it, maybe you can replace the screen, and you'll have yourself a nice thing. But that's what I'm talking about. This is going to be from start to finish. I'm going to show you. I usually pan my webcam down, and I show you me plugging it in, turning it on, and so forth. I don't know what else to do, folks. I mean, that's the bottom line. Okay, I'm doing my due diligence. I describe it in my description. I put it in the descriptions. What's wrong with the item? And look, granted, people say, well, wait a minute. How come you seem like you're a little, uneasy with this when a buyer makes a statement? Because I don't like a person telling me I'm selling a defective item. It's not defective. If it was defective, it wouldn't be up on eBay. If it was something that was broken, or like I said, in that one case with the printer, I'm going to sell it for parts not working. It's as simple as all that. Okay? But I don't like when people, make this erroneous assumptions. Oh, this guy, he probably knew it was broken and he sent it out. Why would I do that? Who wants to? Listen, I'm trying to make money. Okay? So for me to send you something broken and then you're going to get it, you're going to say it doesn't work, not as described or defective, you're going to send it back to me. eBay's going to deduct that amount there, the full refund to you. So who's the winner here? I mean, come on. I mean, I am not one to go to that extreme, to put a defective item up, do a video on it, and then send it out. What do you think I do? People think I do these videos, I show you it working, and then after it's all finished, I know it's willingly, it doesn't really work 100%, I'm going to send it out. I tell you, like this particular printer that I sold, it needed cartridges. I said in order for it to work, it's going to have cartridges replaced, brand new ones, because as I said in the video, the cartridges that are installed are bone dry. I mean, what can I tell you? And I left it at that. I said if you're interested in a printer and you're going to buy it, you might want to order the cartridges. You can get them for $10. It's a small investment. Okay, and again, you're not at loss, because first off, you can say, well, suppose the buyer does get it, and suppose something really is wrong with it that you may be misdiagnosed. Look, the buyer is guaranteed. They got 30-day money back guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get their money back. So if that was the case, which it ain't, that they made the $10 invest or $8 invest of buying in cartridges, what are they out of? Look what I'm out of. Okay. So this is what really tweaks me, and I'm not making this video to complain. I mean, well, technically I am probably complaining, but you know what it is? I get tired of hearing that. I hate when buyers make that statement, saying that, oh well, it's defective item, it's defective, or it's not as described. I had a couple like that in the past, and I had to call eBay up on each one of them, and I voiced my opinion. I said, listen, there's people out there making statements that something's not as described, and you know what? Out of the couple I had, 3 or whatever I had, the ones I had in the past, eBay looked them over, and they read the description verbatim, and they tell you, no, you're right, Mr. Pasini, you're right. No, you did everything right. It's right in there. I can see it in the description. Buyers do not read the descriptions, okay? As far as I'm concerned. Not all of them. I'm not saying, again, I'm not being facetious and stuff like that and being mean or nasty, but I was just watching a reseller on YouTube. I'm not going to mention names. The person said the same thing. Buyers do not read the descriptions. Okay, I don't know how much I can't throw it out there enough for people. And this goes for the buyers, potential buyers. Please, before you buy anything from any seller, including me, read the description wholeheartedly. If there's wording in there or a caption that says, please see demo video, intro video, watch it. What's it going to take? All right, sometimes I admit, people say, yeah, I've seen some of your videos. They're like 35 minutes long, 45 an hour long. I understand that. But I like video because video shows the thing in living color, working, you know what I'm saying? You're actually seeing it, live. Okay, I granted, nobody's going to say, oh my God, I can just see people scrolling down and say, oh, please see the demo video. And they see it's like, oh my God, this thing's an hour long. I'm going to see looking for an hour for a stupid printer or whatever it may be. Not all the demos are that long. I'm not saying a majority of them are long, but not an hour. But I'm just trying to say there have probably been some that have been, that are longer than usual. But that, don't you understand? That's for you guys, you potential buyers, the eBay buyers out there. Okay, I do these videos. I do my due diligence to put it in my description. I tell you, verbatim what it is. If I did forget something in regards to leaving something out, a little piece of information, I'll fess up to it. I'll say I'm wrong. Okay, but the thing that really got me upset is, and I'm a little nervous on this one here, is when a person said, "Oh, it's making noise." And I know when I did that live video, I went back after the buyer wrote that message and said, "Oh yeah, it's making a weird noise. It doesn't reach." I went back to the video and I listened to it very closely, and I didn't hear any weird noise. Now, the buyer states, and it's all possible, that the the printer could have got damaged in transit, which is possible. It could have happened. It might have gotten damaged. Maybe the letter carrier, whoever, dropped it off. Maybe they dropped it off the truck, or maybe it was mishandled. Maybe they jostled it around. I don't know. All I know is how I packed it, and I packed it very well. Okay, I know that. And what the problem is, the buyer is going back and forth with me, calls me up on the phone. I believe it's twice. They left a message twice on my phone. Now, I don't have a problem with that, but I'd like to know if that's a common practice that eBay allows buyers to call the sellers. Now, I don't know if I put that in there or if that was a requirement, but if it is, people might say, well, what's the big deal if they do? Listen, I don't know if you guys know, but there's a lot of crazy callers out there calling people up. I get a lot of weird calls, okay? And they're not from eBay buyers, but a lot of telemarketers, a lot of people overseas calling up and stuff like that, and it drives me crazy. When I do videos, to be honest with you, when I do these videos, I pull the plug out in the phone, okay? Because sometimes you're thinking, well, people might say, well, suppose it's emergency, suppose it is emergency, so then call me on my cell phone. I leave the cell phone on the desk, or I put it on a corner of the shelf over there, and it'll vibrate, or it'll just go on silent, and I can just look over and see what it is. Okay, I'm not worried about that part. What I don't want to do is, I had this happen to me a couple of times. I don't know if you guys experienced it. I had a couple of times where I had the phone plugged in, and I'm doing a video like I'm doing now. It was a video presentation, and it was a demo video, and the phone's ringing, so I paused it, right? Answer the phone, a telemarketer. That is the most annoying thing, because now I got to go back. I'm not going to do the whole video over again. That's a cinch. So now I got to go back into the video. I use my video editing software. I got to cut it out and morph it in where it doesn't seem like it's been cut off. So, but the only thing is, though, I don't know why the buyer would actually call me up. I don't know if that's a requirement. I got to find out from eBay, or I don't know if that's something I put in there. I don't really, nothing. I don't really like the idea of a buyer calling me up. That's why eBay put the message system in there. I like, messaging is one thing. It gets a little too personal when you're calling me up on a phone. Okay, I don't know if you guys have that experience like that. I'm not really fond of that. People calling me up, it's kind of like a little, creepy that way, because I'm not a big company. I'm a small-time seller, and you don't know. I don't know who's on the end of that phone. Okay. People say, well, the buyer don't know who's on the other end selling them the product. Listen, I tell people this all the time. Well, at least recently been answering my videos. Before you buy from me, look at my feedback. Just check it out. Just go to the feedback. Read what buyers have to say. Other buyers had said what the message they said, the feedback they said. Left. If you find any of that there that's not, good enough to warrant you to make a purchase from me, then that's it. Then there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, I encourage that. I think in a couple of my videos I stated this for people before they make any purchases from me, personally from me, to check my feedbacks out first. Even if you say, yeah, I can see you got 100% feedback. Read them. Just read what they have to say. I'm not saying I'm getting accolades on everything, but just read down, maybe go down, maybe read 10, 5 or 10, and just look at them. They're small captions anyway. They'll tell you yay, nay, good, bad, or in between. Just look at them before you make any purchases from me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I encourage people to do. Okay? If you don't want to do that, it's fine. If you say, nah, I take your word for it, whatever. But the only thing that bothers me, folks, is, I go through putting these videos, I embed, not in all my videos, but some of the videos I embed when it comes to electronics. I do my due diligence with it. I do pre-test it before I do the video because I don't want to have a surprise. That happened one time. I was doing a video presentation about something. I don't know if it was an electronic thing or whatever it was. It might have been one of those CD players. And I think it was a CD player, if I'm not mistaken. And in the video, I'm saying, well, I couldn't get it to work. I put batteries in, and I'm over there putting the batteries in, and I powered on. I said, oh, this is unreal. I said, now it's powering up, and I felt like a jerk. Needless to say, I had to explain myself in the video, what had happened, why it happened, and it's kind of like awkward. So now what I do is I pre-test the items first. They're pre-tested anyway before they go on eBay, okay? And they're pre-tested before I do the video presentations. So I make sure everything is up to snuff, everything's parked. So, and that's what I did with this printer. And to be honest with you folks, I like printers. I don't mind selling them. I sold quite a few. I'm not saying I sold hundreds of them, but I sold quite a few of them. And thank God I didn't really get a report as far as like, the item is defective or it arrived damaged or whatever it may be. But the thing is, I try to do the best I can with the videos to explain to the potential buyers, about the item, its faults. A lot of the printers I sell don't come with manuals. They don't come with software. And I go into the videos. You could watch some of the videos, my prior videos, and I go telling them, where to get the software to make it work. I try to go out there. I try to go out my way to do that. Like I said, I don't have the software to give the buyers, and I don't have any manuals. But I show them, like an HP. You go to their website. You could download the software, the installation software to make the printer work, which you need to do. In some cases, you do. And if you're a person that wants a manual, I don't have the manuals for these things. If I did, I'd be more than happy to give it to you. These are pre-owned items. Okay, so being a pre-owned item, I don't have that luxury to give you guys installation disc, startup disc, and I don't have the to give you user manuals. But I do tell you where you can get it. Okay, I do my best to to get that item out there to you guys in one piece, as I always say, not in pieces. And now when this one comes back, it was in a pretty big box. I don't know how it's going to come back to me. It's all a mystery. And when I get it, most likely I will do a video for myself. I'm not going to put it on YouTube just yet. Okay, it depends the condition. I mean, I'm going to set my video my digital video camera up. I'm going to put it on a table, timestamp it, say the date I received it, how it was sent back with delivery confirmation, whether it was sent back with priority mail or whatever. And then I'm going to do a live video of me opening up the printer, the box, checking it out verbatim. I'm going to show it like that. And then if I feel it's worthy to be on YouTube, I will put it on YouTube, on my channel. The only way it's going to be on there is if it's damaged, But I might even do it even if it's in good condition. But the point and issue is when you're sending stuff like that out, it's scary on the receiving end for the seller. And this buyer was stating that, they can't see why, if it's a defective item, why they got to pay return ship. And they keep throwing that word defective out there, or not as described. And I messaged the person. I said, did you put new cartridges in there? Did you do this, that, and the other thing? I never got an answer as far as like if they put new cartridges in there. They never answered me. Then later on, they did. The person said they had, cartridges laying around because they had a machine like that prior. That's a scary part too, and I'll tell you why I feel it's a little scary. I'm not saying that's going to happen with this particular case. There was a seller who had sold a keyboard to a buyer. I'm not going to mention the seller's name. He did a video on returning it. He must have had a premonition that something wasn't going to be right with this thing. When he got the item back, he did a live video shoot of opening it up, taking the item out. I watched the video, and the way he showed before and after pictures, how it was before and how it came back after. They picked it clean. They took all the keys out off it. They cracked it open like a sea otter cracking open a shell, a clam shell. Took out chips in there and something off the board in there and the keyboard. Came back useless, garbage. And you know, the seller went through the trouble calling up eBay and explaining to them what happened, showed before and after. Do you know what eBay's response was? You have to pay him. Full amount, full refund. Shipping and handling he got back. That's scary. That's another scary thing. So I'm not saying it's going to happen in this case, but when I hear a person say, well, I had a printer like this once before and such thing was this damaged on or whatever, I'm hoping I'm not going to experience anything like that. I'm not saying I am, but I will check this thing out and see if anything, it looks a little funky in there. Some people say, well, suppose something is. You just said eBay didn't do anything for the other guy. I don't know. I don't know. I'll worry about that. Next week, I should be getting it next week sometime. Today, it's Saturday, September 2nd, 2017. So we will see. It'll be sent out next week sometime. Also, I want to, in regards to talking about phone calls receiving from buyers, if you guys don't know, when you're ordering stuff, it's not you got to have stuff sent to your resident address. But for people coming into eBay or getting involved with any online reselling or whatever it may be, if you have a business, let me make a suggestion to you. I heard another story from another seller that the person had sold a buyer something, and the buyer got a little really testy and was making all these derogative statements. Oh, I know where you live, or this, that, whatever thing. Long story short, the person was, the buyer was harassing the seller. And the person who made the video said, I recommend people get a P.O. box. And that's what I have. And that's where my item is going to be shipped. Any type of return items are going to be shipped to the post office box. So when people buy from me and say, well, where should I send it back? I'll put in there, I give my P.O. box address. It's not really a good gesture to have your home address out there, again, because you don't know the type of characters that are out there, people are out there, and you don't want to have a situation like that. It's a minimal investment. I usually pay it every 6 months. It's $38 for 6 months, I believe, and I think for the year it's what, 70, whatever it is 76, whatever for the year, I believe, something along that line. It's a good, worthwhile investment. It's not a monthly thing. If it was a monthly thing, I would not get involved with it because, as people know, if you don't know, I am a very frugal person. I try to watch my spending. I don't want to go out and buy stuff. But you can't see now because the background's going to be changed. I did in one of my videos. I did my own green screen. The reason why I do a green screen is because I don't want my videos. I was watching. I know you're probably saying, "Oh man, this guy's either talking stories, he's talking a lot of nonsense, or he's just making stuff up." He's going. No, there's another seller I found. I was watching just today before a little while ago, and the person, somebody questioned on the back, and the seller. I could see your background over there, and the seller's like, "I'm sorry about the background. Nothing. Yes, does it take time to set this up? Absolutely. I got poles. I had to get the poles. I got a curtain rod. I got I bought a regular, went to Walmart, bought the green bedroom set sheet, lime green, well, like a very bright green actually, and you know, I made my own. The stands, I think I said the other day, the stands I got was only $3 each, $2.99. Well, yeah, about $3 each on both of the stands. I got them from the thrift store. Okay, they were it was 25% off. I also bought a 120-inch curtain rod, and that was $7.99 with the 25. It was $9.99 with the 20%, 25% off. It came to $7.99, something along the line. So you figure between, for the price of what I paid, I got it under $20. I got my green screen. The material I had, I bought that a while back, and how I used to do that one is I used to tack it up, and I tacked it up in one of our rooms because there's a white wall back there. So I would take 2 thumbtacks, spread the sheet across the wall, and then just tack them up. I mean, that was really, I mean, I don't mind being frugal, but that's too frugal. So I went out and bought that, you know. But yeah, you know, if you're gonna do videos, I'm not saying everybody's gonna do what I do. It's good to set it up, you know, to have a nice background. Especially me personally, I don't need people looking in my living room or seeing my pictures of my kids or this, that, and the other thing, or oh, there's the kitchen table or this, that, you know, there's the top. You know what I'm saying? You want to be professional as possible. So going forward, when I do videos, I will be. You will see change of backgrounds in there. I hope it doesn't bother anybody. If it does, I apologize. But I could just leave a green screen too. Just leave it like that and say, well, I like to have something behind me instead of just looking at a blank wall behind me, so to speak. Yeah, you will see a change in there. The backgrounds will be changed. I like to do a little more fancy stuff. I like to have maybe videos in the background if I'm pointing out certain things. This is new to me. I love it. I love doing the videos. I love videos, and I want to get more into it. So in the upcoming weeks or whatever, months, whatever, you will see me doing my background scenes, maybe for the holidays, for Christmas. I might have a picture in the back, with the Christmas trees or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Who knows? I don't know. Halloween, you might, whatever. Whatever fits the mood. But I want to be a little different in my videos. I don't want to be the same bland person. How you doing? And oh, there's that guy again. Oh, there's the guy with his kids over there on the TV. Oh, you ever see that guy? Yeah, he's got that thing there. He's got a TV in there. He's got his kids up there. He's got statues and this, that. I don't need the whole world seeing that there in YouTube land. So that's why I'm doing this video. And again, not that it makes a difference, but I think it'll be a little more pleasant to see something other than that. In closing, guys, I don't want to go on and on and on with this here. I'm sorry about the rant. If you got to try to understand where I'm coming from. I did a video, in case you're new to my channel. If you look back at them, I think it's like 387 or whatever. It's not much. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it ain't compared to what other people have out there. I did a video about buyers not reading descriptions, and it really, as a matter of fact, it was even on eBay Radio. They talked about that, about buyers not reading the description. Though one of the talk hosts would say, and they contradicted themselves, sellers ain't gonna sell. I mean, buyers are not going to read the descriptions. So don't get, the person was going off on about reading description. Then later on, at another couple segments, somebody else brought it up, and then they tripped it up a little. Well, the person's got to read description. Listen, eBay puts descriptions in there for a reason. Okay, when you go buy a car, you're going to want to read all the, the ins and outs of it. You want to know what those specifications on it. How much gas mileage it gets? Is it automatic? Is it standard? You're going to want to know these things. So I don't see why people sit there and rant about, the buyers ain't going to read the description. Don't make it too wordy. This, that. Damned if you do and damned if you don't. But what are you going to do? I mean, that's the way I do things. I want to, when I put a video, when I compile a video with the, I put the description there, and it coincides with the video. So whatever's in the description in that video is going to be on the, when I do the demo video, is going to be in my description. That's why I have it there. Read it, okay? It's not the Declaration of Independence. If you don't want to read my return policies, at least read the description about the item, okay? I had one thing I sold. It was a guitar, a Rock Band guitar for the Pele Station PS2, I think it was. And I specifically wrote on the tagline, even on the line when it comes to the description line, Rock Band guitar, PS2 or PS3, whatever guitar, no dongle included. Right there in the front line, when you click it on, that's the first thing you see. Then I put it in my description in bold red lettering. Please note, you are buying the guitar only, there is no dongle included with this item. The person buys it, I'm assuming they read it, right? Person gets it. Yeah, I can't work this guitar, it doesn't work. You forgot to include the dongle. And I'm sitting there messaging the buyer and saying, wait a minute, there ain't no dongle with it. There's no dongle included with this item. Well, I can't keep it, I need to send it back. Okay, send it back. It's an inconvenience. It's an inconvenience on your part, an inconvenience on my business. When I get it, I got to resell it again. Well, all right, eBay will give you the money for it to reimburse you, I think. But it's an inconvenience, folks. Why inconvenience yourself? Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Read the description on everybody, not only me, anybody you buy from. I can't pepper that in the conversation enough. People do not read the descriptions. And I think that's what happened with this, because I asked the person too, who's returning this, did you see the demo video? Did you do X, Y, and Z? Didn't get really feedback on that. Person didn't say, oh no, I seen it. I didn't watch the video. So this video is pertaining to, I know I'm ranting onto different topics. The topic of this video is having videos, embedded videos in the eBay description or ads, does it help? Yes and no. Okay. In some cases, it might, enlighten the buyer, but in some cases, if the buyer's not going to look at the description, look at the video, then it's a waste of your time. Think about what you got to go through to put it up. Listen, doing what I'm doing now, the changeover as far as my videos, it's more work, to do this here, because you're cropping, editing out, you're putting stuff in, you're taking stuff out, it's a lot of work. I'm not going to lie to you. Doing this video is going to take some time, but you know what? I love what I do. I enjoy it, so I don't mind it. Okay, but the only time it becomes, like a defeated purpose or a situation is when I go through the trouble to make these videos, and the buyers are not watching them. That's why I'm saying that's the title of this video. As far as do videos help with your eBay listings? Now, and just the last thing in closing, I know I said it before, I just want to share this with you. If you listen to, not this week's video, the one for Tuesday, they were talking in one of the segments, that's when they had the Power Seller segment, where the person was saying how important videos are to being put in your video. They help out. Listen to that one, you tell me what you think. I've done it, I've been doing it for quite a long time. I'm not saying I'm the only one, but I'd probably say if you look at my videos, or if you went on the eBay sellers, I bet you don't see that many videos on there. Why? Maybe they don't have the time for it. Maybe they feel it's a useless thing. Who knows? I don't know. I'm probably one of the few guys that do demo videos, intro videos, and sneak peek videos out there pertaining to eBay. It doesn't make me a better seller? No. Does it increase my sales? No. Am I doing it for notoriety? No. I'm doing it for you, the potential buyer, to give you a little insight as to what you're buying, and it also gives you a chance to meet who you're dealing with. It's nice, like you're all saying, it's nice to place the name with the face, so to speak, right? Anyway, I just want one little thing I just want to say here is just for the people that are getting involved with with selling on eBay. I watch on Fridays on the East Coast over here. I'm in New York, and I watch that movie. Comes out every Friday, of course. You probably heard of it, Shark Tank. It's pretty insightful. I like it. It's kind of entertaining. I like when sometimes it can be a little crude. But anyway, there was a lady that came out there talking, a potential entrepreneur trying to sell, I forget what it was exactly, because they got a couple of segments where they have different people on there. But anyway, Lori Grenier, she's one of the Shark Tank people there, and she came out with a good thing. And the saying was, it's a quote from her. It's look back to learn, look forward to succeed. Whoop, I couldn't say it with that. Yeah, it's look back to learn and look forward to succeed, and that's a good thing to take with you at times. In regards to this type of business, don't dwell on your mistakes. Just move forward on, learn from them, and just go forward with it. I just thought that was pretty nice. I'd written it down because I said I like those type of quotes from business people. I also have some stuff from like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook and stuff. I like the quotes they give. These are successful people that made it in this type of business. Well, they're entrepreneurs. I'm not saying they're resellers, but they made it in business and stuff. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like those type of quotes. They're a little insightful. They give you a little inspiration and stuff like that. And it keeps you going. It's got that positive look, that outlook in there in life. Anyway, listen, if you like my videos, folks, please subscribe. Let's have you as a subscriber. If you got anything out of this video and you want to give it a thumbs up, that'd be great. If not, that's fine too. I understand. It is what it is. I just wanted to share this with you guys. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm ranting. It is kind of a semi-rant, but I just don't like the idea of people coming out and making those type of statements like that. I'm an honest seller, like I said. I'm not a person that's gonna, sell a defective item to you. If it's something's not working, or like I said, if it's being sold for parts not working, it's gonna be in descriptions. Again, it is what it is. Am I upset with the buyer? No. Am I ban that buyer from me? Block that buyer from me? No, I never did. I never would. That's what happens. And you know what? The buyer could be right. It could have got damaged on the way there. I don't know. I'll find out when I get it back. I'll keep you guys posted as to what happened with it. See if it works. If it's broken, however, I don't know what kind of condition it's going to come back. I'm hoping it's going to come back in good condition. I paid a decent buck for it, and I really hate to be, left out without it. I don't want to discard it if it is really damaged bad. If that is the case, then that printer, just to try to get my money back, will be up for parts not working. So I'm hoping it doesn't go that way. Anyway, guys, take care. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.